Hello students, this is part 2 of lesson number 9 SS for 9th standard. Okay, so we stopped at all the rights. We did all the rights, fundamental rights. Now we'll start fundamental duties. So like two sides of a coin, though we enjoy many rights given by our constitution, we have to be answerable. We have to be responsible by showing our duties. Okay, so first duty, if you have your textbook, it's given on in the second page of your textbook, the fundamental duties of our country. Okay, so as a citizen we have to support our nation, and these are the duties: to respect the national flag and national anthem, to respect and follow the noble ideas and national struggle of freedom, to protect the sovereignty, unity and integrity of India, to defend our country and render our national service, to promote harmony and brotherhood, to value and preserve the rich heritage of our culture, to protect and improve the national environment, to develop the scientific temper, humanism and spirit of inquiry and reform, to safeguard public property and avoid violence, to strive towards excellence and higher levels of endeavor and achievement. And the last one is, who is a parent or guardian to provide opportunities for education of his child between the age of 6 to 14 years. So even giving education, providing education is also a basic duty as a parent. Okay, so 6th January is regarded as fundamental duties days, and these duties are supported by the law. Okay, we have to do these duties. Even the law is supporting us for the same. Okay, so this is a pictorial representation of our duties. Okay, so there are many social evils, as you can see. The rich and the poor discrimination, dowry system going on. Then we have casteism, gender discrimination, child labor, untouchability, corruption, color discrimination, child labor. So these many things are prevailing in our society. So we have to take care that our duties are directed in such a way that we can avoid these things. Okay, at least we can individual not do anything for these things, but the NGO supporting, the government having some laws, they are making some institute for the same, so we can give a helping hand to them. Okay, so the next topic is directive principles of state policy. Directive principles of state policy are those some guidelines which are incorporated by our constitution. They are not made legally forcible to us, but they are the parts of the constitution which have been seen by the judiciary. Okay, the separate list of policy guidelines is also included here. The list of these guidelines is called directive principle. Okay, so everybody need a direction in life for a particular target. So these development policies are given by our state. So there are various things to be considered in this. The first principle is related to economic policy. Now here, what economic policy is? This is the picture from your textbook itself, so that you can get those textual references clear in your mind. Okay, so first there should be equal distribution of wealth. Okay, not like the rich are becoming richer and the poor are becoming poorer. Okay, there will be equal law for rich and poor. Then assets and resources should not be distributed according to the groups or sections. They should be administered by the state. So ऐसा नहीं, it's not like that taxes will be more to the rich people and taxes will be less to the poor people. No, if your income is equal, your taxes will also be equal. Then equal work, equal pay for men and women. Then good health for laborers is also important. So the people should take care of the hygiene at the working place. The next is the state should promote cooperation. Then protection of children, youth against exploitation, even the aged people. Okay, Then relief and leave at a time of delivery should be provided to women. Okay, we all know that when maternity leave should be given to them, workers insurance, bonus maternity leave, bonus maternity leave, gratuity and other legal rights should be included in the policy. Okay, so the firms appointing women should be little flexible for their work. Okay, to organize agriculture and animal husbandry on modern and scientific lines, to prohibit the slaughter of cows and useful milk producing cattle. Then equal legal rights to the state should be organized free legal services to the desired citizens. The next topic is principles related to the social policy. So the weaker sections of the society, that is the scheduled class and scheduled tribe and backward class, educational economic rights should be confirmed and should be given to the state. They should be protected against state social exploitation and injustice. So UCC, that is the Uniform Civil Code, should be concerned for all the citizens, and an administration justice should be given by when asked by the state. So the state should make provisions for the support and education in matters, and right to employment, old age, illness should be provided. The next topic is principles related to the international and political policies. So the Panchayati Raj was established by the state, for which the proper leadership officers were appointed. Then the state should separate its services from corporate mindedness, and it should be in liberty, so that the justice can be impartial, okay, fearless and courageous. Okay, so they don't have to think always in the form of corporate thing. Okay, there should be a humanity also. The another point is when the state should make attempts to maintain international peace and security, to establish fair relation between nations, and to increase the respect for the international law. Moving on, principles related to the educational and cultural policies. So we already have done this, that it's our basic right for education and cultural thing. So it is a duty of the state as well as the nation to preserve and protect our cultural things, okay, the cultural places, monuments, arts, buildings, everything, and it should protect them from distortion, robbery, disposal, deterioration. For example, if an earthquake a little shakens the pillars or some carvings of the monument, then government should make effort to repair them. Okay, and we already know what education is and what efforts are being made by system. The last one is principles related to the health policies. So now public wellness and hygiene is very important. As you can see in today's world where COVID-19 is spreading so fast, there are many sanitizers kept, there are many temperature checking machines are there at public places, also at malls, at various shops, and it has been made compulsory for people, for the shop vendors, everything, that they should be wearing a mask, having proper sanitized things, having they should also have proper sanitizers for now and then customers. Then harmful drugs, harmful cold drinks, harmful things should be prevented by the state itself. Okay, if the state prevents the entry of the same in the market, then it will be easy for us to stay away, okay, and to get cheated. Then to preserve the environment, okay, state should make efforts for that also. And the last is these principles are being taken towards the establishment of equal, just and social order. So even we have to cooperate, even the government will cooperate, and even those directive principles are being made for us and for them towards a development of our nation. Okay, so there should be no opposition between any of the parties, and we should complete each other. That's it for this chapter number 9. We completed it in 2 parts. So thank you.